Hi everyone. So if you know me, you probably know that I published book 3 of my series back in April. And I took a little bit of a break from the series so that I could do some extra writing and because I needed to work on my website a little bit more. But anyway, a few days ago, I began writing the Blacktop Brothers 4 years ago or from now. And I've had a and it's been very fun actually. I've made the first 2 chapters and I went ahead and did the 6th because there's an event in there that I was in the mood to write at the time. And I had every event for the first 2 chapters memorized, but that's a bit of a problem for me because I'm the sort of author that gets so many ideas for detail as he goes along that by the time I'm done one idea, it's 19 pages long. That's just a little bit of a problem of mine. But also, the Blacktop Brothers 4 isn't the only book that I'm working on right now. Check this out. This is Mikey, the first book in the 721 Chronicles. I started it about a year and a half ago after something at summer camp that inspired me to write it. There's more of a story to that. I'll touch on it in another video if you like. It's about 370 pages. I'm not sure if the amount of words on each one is proper because the font's quite big, I think, even though it's 12. It looks that way compared to some books. But anyway, it was 500 pages on Microsoft Word, and so and the reason that this is 360 and less is because I've divided it into 2. The next book's going to be called Thornal. And I've made it with this site called Bookwrite and this software that I learned about, Blurb. I'm sorry that the camera's not very precise on that. Here. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use it to publish it. I like the cover, but I'm hoping to send this out to a much bigger company. I've been self-publishing all of my books. I'm probably going to self-publish the Blacktop Brothers 4 just because all of them have been self-published. But for this one, I'm hoping to start fresh and find a nice, good company. And I'm prepared to accept rejection letters, but I don't think I'd get many rejection letters for this book personally because, yeah, I really love it. I love pretty much everything about it. So yeah, I'm on a roll with writing. Christmas break just started, so I have a lot of time that I could either waste on playing games or reading too many books rather than writing, but I guess we'll see what happens. And also, this is not the only thing I wanted to talk about. Remember in one of my last videos how I said my 10 most favorite books of the year that I read? Well, I said that I was probably going to not have any more 4 out of 4 books. Well, turns out I have 3 new ones I wanted to share. Winter by Marissa Meyer made the cut, and Itch Rocks by Simon Mayo made the cut. This might be my most favorite book ever now. And another book that I don't have, Ruby Red by Kirsten Gear, that made it too. I love reading so much, and I was expecting a lot from both of those books because I love the Lunar Chronicles, and Winter was just the perfect conclusion. It never paused, there was just the perfect amount of character development, and Itch Rocks was clever all the way. It touched on several events from the last book while still making a whole new story, and it utilized the promise that it had. And Ruby Red was a book where I felt that Kirsten Gear had taken all of history and time travel to a whole new height all on her own. I read the whole series, and Ruby Red's my favorite. Sapphire Blue and Emerald Green I didn't like as much, and that's a shame, but either way, Ruby Red was a great start. So yeah, I'm a bookaholic, as you probably know. So I've already finished editing Mikey, and the Blacktop Brothers 4 is probably going to be 18 chapters, and it took me 6 months to write the first book, a year to write the second book, and 2 years to write the third book, but this one isn't going to be like that. I can feel it. And I've never done a book on my laptop before because I didn't have it or I didn't have Word on it. And whenever I was always in the mood to write, I wasn't able to have a computer. So now I do, and I think that this will be an easy write for me. So, yeah, I'm very excited to get these books out there, and I think they'll be some of my best work yet.